Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone and Dr. Farida. Um, Salam MCO. My name is Nurul Shakirah binti Muhammad Rasdi. My topic for this assignment I have choose is strategies to control nutritional changes of grilling. So for the main topic is grilling of meat. So I will explain all about meat in my slide.
Okay. Now we go through to the meat before we go to the more about grilling meat. So first we should know what is meat. Meat is a good quality source of protein that is essential for humans. But if we consume too many meat, it can cause to our health and it give bad effect to our health. Then meat not only have proteins but it also have carbohydrate, fat, mineral, vitamins and water. Here we can see the water have 75%. It means that the water is a very important things in meat because it can retain the moisture of the meat, while grilling is a process that involves cooking over a burner charcoal. Nowadays, too many method how to grill the foods or the meat. For example, nowadays they have the electrical griller, but mostly all the people will choose charcoal. Then all the people around the world will choose a griller, especially the western country. It is because the people say that griller is more healthier cooking method than others. For example, frying use oil, but when we grill the meat, it just use a little oil. Then, during grilling, it will change taste, flavor, and color of the meat. Then, it will affect the nutritional composition of the meat. It will change all the nutritional compositions of the meat. So, next we move to the principle and mechanism of grilling meat. There have three principles of grilling, which is conduction, convections, and radiations. So for the conduction, heat is transferred directly and it will contact to the food. It occurs at the highest temperature and it will create a searing effect. So for the best example of the conduction is infrared grilling, and usually it will occur at the grilling surface. Next point is convection. Convection usually occur more faster than the conduction, and it will occur when the heat is carried to the food that being cooked. So in grilling, the convection is process that called as indirect grilling. Indirect grilling occur when the food is not contact with the heat source. So when we grill the fish away from the heat, and the heat will start the circulation, it will start to circulate around the meat. The last point for radiation, the last point for principle of grilling is radiation. Radiation is the heat that be transferred directly that exposed to the heat source, so the food reach directly contact with hot grill grates. Mechanism, they have two mechanism of grilling, which is Maillard reactions and lipid oxidations. During Maillard reactions, it will change the aroma, colors and flavor. This reaction come about because the meat protein breakdowns into the amino acid. This amino acid then indirect with the sugar present in the meat. It will happen because of when during grill meat they have when during the grill meat, when the heat attached to the meat, and it will transform protein and sugar into the meat. And lipid oxidation is oxidations of the lipid together with the Maillard reactions. It will contribute significantly to the creation in the meat. Okay, so now we move to the Maillard reactions mechanism. So there are 3 steps during the Maillard reactions occur, which is the Maillard reactions mechanism will begin with the formations of an unsubstituted glycosamine from the reactions between amino group of the amino acid and the carbonic group of the reducing sugar. So here I will say that the reducing sugars, for the example of reducing sugars, is maltose, glucose, ribose and the others reducing sugar. Now the glycosamine is transformed into ketosamine via a binary rearrangement. This ketosamine will undergo further reactions via several pathways and can form reductones, butyneones, and several other products of short chain hydrolytic fission. So the ketosamine can also undergo on the form of melanoidin, and it will and the other brown nitrogenous polymer. It is impact the characteristic brown color of the food. So this is what we call Maillard reactions, because it will change the brown color of the meat, it will change the flavor and the taste. Okay, now we move to the nutritional changes. During grilling meat, it use a dry heat cooking method, and it also allowed consumer to prepare a quick meat by using a dry heat source. So the heat source such as thermal radiations or direct conduction, it will may differ according to the types of grill. This a direct heat source will speed up the meat to cook. So the direct grilling can expose food to the temperature up to 260 degrees C, and it will resulting in meat being more aromatic and flavor characteristic. Then during the meat was grilled, it caused nutritional change. So here it has 3 nutritional change, which is protein denature, loss of moisture, and lack of vitamins B12. So we move to the first point, which is denature of protein. The protein will denature when the heat is above 100 degrees C. When the protein are denatured during the heating at the temperature above 100 degrees C. So a few change in meat, including disruptions of cell membrane, it will shrinkage of fiber, aggregation and gelling of myofibril and sarcoplasmic protein. So compare with the fresh meat. So the fresh meat, red muscle meat contain 2 until 20 to 25 gram of protein, while the grilled meat contain 26 until 36 of protein. Next, we move to the loss of moisture. During grilling, it will reduce 10 to the moisture will lose 10 to 15%. So it will happen because more heat when the grilling. So tenaga haba dikenakan kepada daging dan menyebabkan the meat become dry and the moisture will lost. So the next is loss of vitamin B12. The vitamins B12 is a very important vitamins. Then it will lose because of the resistance to the higher temperature. So the significant losses occurring the meat surface due to the direct heat contact during grilling. And for the last point is how is the strategy to control nutritional changes in the grilling meat. So here I state four point, which is the first point is marination. During marination is it will increase and sustain the moisture in the meat, and it will make the meat is rich in of flavor. Mostly we will marinate the meat around 2 until 4 hours. It is because to make sure all the ingredients of marination is absorbed into the meat. So when we grill the meat, it will sustain and it not lost too many moisture, and the meat will become a rich flavor. So second point is antioxidant leaf. For the example, antioxidant leaf is we can use bamboo leaf. Why we use bamboo leaf? We can use bamboo leaf, we can use banana leaf or papaya leaf. Why? This is because it will decrease the meat from oxidize. We know when we use the method of grilling, the smoke from the charcoal have more carbon dioxide. So when we use the antioxidant, it will prevent carbon dioxide absorb into the meat. The third point is microwave. Okay, microwave is a very complicated. It's not it's very complicated, but it make the meat to half cook and avoid the contaminations. Before we grill the meat, better we cook the meat into the microwave. Why? Because we want to the meat half cook. So we just need a little or a short time to grill the meat. Is because when we use too long grill the meat, it will absorb too many carbon dioxide, and it will change the nutritions in the meat. So the last point is use the low heat. Why we need to use the low heat? Because when we use the high heat, so it will denature the proteins, the vitamins. So how to control the nutritional changes is with the low heat. When we use the low heat, we cook the meat well done, or medium, so it will not to lose too many nutritional in the